So by now, the 2025-26 NHL season is well underway, and I really do like the way that the Edmonton Oilers have started. I mean, at least for the most part. There's a couple small details that I haven't really cared for as much, but I think that, we're 2-0-1. Currently holding like 5 of a total of 6 points that have been up for grabs for the Edmonton Oilers in this season. Hey, that's a good start. That's a pretty good start. We'll see what happens tomorrow night against the. We'll see what happens against the Islanders when they play. But I don't think that by any means, we're at any point where anybody should be, panicked about what's going on with this team. And after the Oilers lost that home opener to the Calgary Flames, there did seem to be a few people that seemed to be reaching towards that panic button. In particular, there's another Oilers YouTuber who said that the Oilers are running out of runway. Like what? There's 82 games in an NHL season, and that was game number 1. Nobody in this league is out of runway right now. Everybody in this league has plenty of runway to get their team off the ground and fly. Now, I think there is one thing that we do have to acknowledge, and it is an elephant in the room in a sense. We're not sitting around anymore waiting to find out if Connor McDavid is going to re-sign with the team. So he did re-sign. So that's great. 2 years, $25 million, $12.5 million per. When you look at some of the other deals that have been signed this year, if you just look at Draisaitl's deal, but then you look at, say, Kaprizov's deal in Minnesota, it's an absolute bargain. This is a guy that could have walked in and named his price and made the team pay it. And instead, he came in, he kind of named a price, and it was a much lower price, and now the Edmonton Oilers are going to have some more resources to spend, to assemble some more players around him for a couple of years. This is fantastic. I do think that we have to acknowledge that the 2-year term on that contract, that's a leash. This is a deal that has basically come with a leash. The team has to perform. They have to go out and acquire pieces that will enable the team to perform. They have to keep some stability in the organization in terms of the players that they already have. And we've already seen some of that. Jacob Wallman, 7 years and $7 million. I think there's a lot to be said about that. I wouldn't necessarily say that's an ultra team-friendly deal. Wallman, in my opinion, he's a pretty good defenseman. But at the same time, he is a guy that on a couple of occasions during that first-round playoff season back in April, during that first-round playoff series, he is a guy that just about cost the team that series, on a couple of occasions. After that, he really came together and became a solid defenseman. So, in my opinion, he's clearly a good player. I guess we'll see exactly how he performs going forward, and hopefully we're not going to see another scare like he gave us during the playoffs. But that's one deal that got signed. And then, of course, there's the Ekholm deal. 3 years or is it 4 years of $4 million per? It's $4 million per season. Ekholm's current deal is 6.5. It's pretty clear that Mattias Ekholm has followed the example of Connor McDavid and taken a team-friendly deal, to make sure that we have good stability, a good stable core, to hopefully build a champion around. That's a great sign. And so, no, this team is not running out of runway in any particular category, not at goaltending, not anywhere else. This team has... This team is just like everybody else, and it has a lot of runway left. But of course, there is that leash. And I should stop at this moment and kind of take note of something that I don't really hear a lot of other people talking about. And in the sense that, not only has this given the team a lot of fiscal area to maneuver, to try to build a better team. Like, the one other thing that it has done that I think that people haven't really stopped to take appreciation of is that it does make Connor McDavid a lot more tradable in the scenario where perhaps it looks like this team is not actually going to perform. I mean, if you can get Connor McDavid at $12.5 million, I think that you have just significantly upgraded the amount of, the kind of a package that player can command, should he ever turn around and decide that he wants out. That the team is not doing the things that he envisioned them doing when he gave us this absolute sweetheart deal. And so that is one other thing that we should mention to that. There is definitely, there's a finite timeline in which this team has to perform. So Stan Bowman, he has to make the right decisions, with this bag that Connor McDavid has given back to him. So fair enough, there is that. But in terms of this particular season, who has runway and how much? No, this team is not even close to running out of runway. And anybody who's trying to tell you that the sky is going to start falling imminently, is somebody that you should definitely question about that.